Hi, everyone. It's Laura Clark, your Soul Wise Living Mentor, supporting you to hear your inner wisdom more consistently, understand it more clearly, so that you can act upon it more courageously. We have lots of birds talking up a storm today here at the lake house. And I wanted to come on and share. We've got some really great birds going on. Share a little bit about the poll that I've been conducting with people who are on my list and in my Living Your Truth community, and some whoopsies and oopsies from yesterday's boat ride. We took the boat in for its long winter snap. That's my brother's fishing boat, but you can see down there on the dock, it's empty now. My bags are packed. The car is packed. I'm saying hello and I'm saying goodbye. I'll be heading out just after this in a few minutes. But I wanted to share this experience that I had yesterday because it really is in alignment with, when it comes to living your truth, what is the biggest challenge that you have? So for me, I was not very soulful yesterday. I will be the first person to raise my hand when I'm aware that things are out of alignment, and I was out of alignment. And I didn't pay much attention to it until I went through, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little gut behind me, and on the other side of it, I was thinking of friends of mine who have sold their house, and he indeed was in surgery right at the time that I was going by that old house, and I was off track just a little bit, and don't tell my family yet, they don't know, but I hit a rock. I know the rocks in and around this area like they're the back of my hands. I've been here for close to 50 years now, and I know where the rocks are, but I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't in being present, and so I just went a little off kilter, and it's so easy with the water so low right now to hit a rock. So I recovered from that, and I'm going out, and it's cold. It's wicked cold. So using a New England phrase, wicked cold. And I have 3 sweatshirts on, and I'm bundled up, and it's choppy, and I'm going through what they call the Broads, which is a large open space here on the lake. And the waves are coming up and over, and I'm paying attention. Now I'm in, I'm being present. And I looked ahead, and I looked at all the beautiful islands ahead of me, and I was looking at the sky, and there was one other boat out there, and I was wondering what they were doing out on the lake that cold, windy morning. And I went off course. And I went to the starboard side of an island instead of the port side of an island. And then I was lost. Figuratively, I was just kind of like out of sorts. Where am I? And that's when it hit me. Hitting a rock, off course, and not quite knowing where you are on the lake can actually be very disconcerting. And I was like, no. Those are signs. Those are signs from the universe saying you are out of alignment. You are off course. You need to get back into alignment to continue this adventure of taking the boat in for the winter. And it was there that I did what I do best, which is quickly realign, get back to center, get on course, got my answer, found where I was, and kept on going. And what I realized is that, the challenge of not living your truth, not being in alignment, can easily get you off course, as I was yesterday. It's just as easy to get back on course when and if you can recognize it for yourself. When and if you realize, I'm out of alignment, I'm off kilter. And that's what this poll really showed me, is when it comes to living your truth, the biggest challenge that people had yet to overcome were things like not knowing their truth, not knowing their purpose, being overwhelmed, being in a place where you're overthinking, procrastinating, being inauthentic. I just got so many responses. And so I want to share with you my best solutions to those things. And I'm going to be doing that over the course of the next 3 days, 9:30 a.m. live here on this page. I'm going to be sharing the, the most challenging things that people have going on, and how to quickly realign yourself and move forward so that you don't get stuck. So you don't stay in a place of procrastinating, overwhelmed, being inauthentic, not understanding who and what your purpose is and not aligning with that, not being overwhelmed. And those are all such big things that we that allow us to stop living our passion. They allowed us to stop living on purpose. And when we do that, joy cannot come and rise from within. We have those overarching emotions, and joy gets squashed. So we want to realign ourselves to raise ourselves up. So when you do that, what's really cool is when you realign yourself, you get the results you want. So I have there was a lot going on with this ride to the winter snap for the boat. Not only did I hit a rock, not only was I lost, but I recognized the second that I found where I was, why I had done those things, because I had been worrying about it earlier in the day. I was worrying about the weather. I was worrying about where, making sure that I knew the buoys where I was going, just reviewing the map, because it was about an hour boat ride. I was worried about my father driving over and picking me up. I was in a state of worry. And one of the things that I was really worried about was the docking, because docking at this marina where we store the boat is very limited, and it's very difficult to get into. So I was really worried about that. And I was in a place of just focusing on all the worries. And when I shifted that from getting lost, and I'll share how I did that in the upcoming videos this week, I was able to get out of worry and go in passionately and on purpose and really enjoy the ride. And lo and behold, you have to go through under a train trestle. And lo and behold, I come underneath that, I go around the corner, there's my father waiting, and there are 3 glorious dock spaces that were easy to pull up to because I was in alignment. You can either co-create with the universe when you're out of alignment and get desires that you don't want, hitting a rock, getting lost. Or you can co-create with the universe and get desires that you want, focusing on what that end result is and bringing that energy and that joy into the moment. Dock space. We'll talk a lot about that over the next 3 days. So I hope that you'll join me for that. If you are in a place where you want to take a snapshot of that place, where you want to see exactly where you are holding yourself back and where these biggest challenges are showing up in your life, I invite you to get the Soul Quotient assessment. Right? What is your Soul Quotient? And what that is it gives you a snapshot of where you are in the process of thinking and acting based on your inner wisdom, your GPS, that guide that's within us that everybody has. It's 10 minutes. It's quick questions like this. And actually, I've had people say, it's not even 10 minutes, Laura. Sit down, center, and I answered the question because I want you to come from your first response, not overthinking it. And it's intuitive. People are saying it gives them a real chance to be introspective and intuitive about how they are being in the world. The way I shared with you earlier in the video about being when I hit the rock. It's when you are being in a place of worry, when you are being out of alignment, the universe is not going to support you in what you're doing. When you are truly in alignment, when you are truly focused on your purpose and your passion, things fall into place with greater ease. I'm not saying that you're not going to get lost, but when you do, you're able to shift it in because you've answered these and you see where you are, where you fall on this wheel of your soul quotient. And you're able to see by doing this what you can do to focus on to raise your vibration, to raise your soul quotient, and what common traps people have when they're in a particular spot. So I invite you to fill that out. It's a really great way to see how you are in the world and how to shift and show up a better, brighter, bigger self, so that you can have more joy, so you can have more abundance, so that you can share that with the people that matter most in your life. So I'm hoping that you will be able to get in and see that. I'll put that into the comments when I get off. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. It's 11:11 on my live little radar there. And I'll give you one more glimpse of the lake. It's overcast. It's a little chilly, warmer than it was yesterday. Not quite as windy. A little easier to leave than it typically is on a beautiful sunny day. And this is the end of my work placations. I will be back up for a quick workshop middle of October and then to close down the end of October. But those are really just fast in and out, get some work done professionally, but also tidy things up for what our family calls the Nook, so it can have its winter nap and be here for us next year. So I share a little bit of that with you too. And I hope that you're having a great, wonderful, whimsical day. It's Tuesday, and I will be back tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 9:30, addressing the biggest challenges that over a few hundred women have in living their truth. They possibly are the same reasons that you're having. So I will be back again on Wednesday morning tomorrow, same bat channel, same bat time, 9:30, and I hope that you're all having a great day. Keep smiling. Bye-bye.